I am Veronica Ramirez, and this is my audio biography. Education is something that no one can ever take away from you. No matter where you go or how much money is in your bank account, you will always have your knowledge. The biggest inspiration in my life, my mother, only had the opportunity to go to 11th grade, and because of the lack of her GAD, she did end up having to work as a migrant in the hot fields every other season. Throughout high school, I figured if my mom can go out and work in these blistering hot fields, breaking her back, then I could definitely go into an air conditioned room and make something of myself. The last 2 years of high school, I decided to give everything my 110%. I strived for my associates in biology. I gained my certification in nursing, and I even had a part-time job. I wanted to do as much as I could for my now disabled mother. I can smell the pencil shavings and I could see the anxiety of new students. I can feel the excitement of a new year in my classroom. I have the best visuals my students can learn the most from. My classroom looked like the Smithsonian exhibit. Although this is a biology classroom, kids do learn more about life than cells and organelles. I want to help my students not only understand science, but with anything they need help with. Throughout anyone's educational journey, there's always one teacher you can trust, and I want to be that teacher for as many students as possible. I know I'm going to be in school a lot, but every single second of it will be worth it because my students would be successful, and that's how I know I'm doing something right. At the end of every day, I would go home to my Mastiff, and I know that I did something good, and I'll know that I can wake up tomorrow and do it all over again. Or would bring it water every day and keep it growing. My roots will always remind me that there's nowhere to go besides up. Growing up missing my mom from growing season to growing season was always the worst. But if I could grow into the success I know I could be, then maybe she wouldn't have to go back. As an educator, I wanted to teach students that there will never be something they can't do. I want to motivate my students like my past educators have motivated me in that amazing, positive way. Even if my students didn't completely understand every single aspect of biology, they'll always know that they gave it their best. Just like my mom taught me to have a strong head on my shoulders, my students will be taught through and through because biology is the study of life, and life is more than what a textbook makes it out to be. Has always told me, you can and you will. And now is my time to tell everyone they can and they will. Now that I know what it's like to work for basically no money, just like my mom, I know that education will be the greatest investment in my life. Only be my life. It'll be my students' lives as well, and I will invest my time and energy and my dedication to them as my previous teachers have done for me. My my struggle of not having anyone to help me with my school problems has made me want to be the person to help people with their homework. I don't want to end up like my mother because that means she failed. And she hasn't. She's raised an amazing person who can go on to teach other people way more than she could have taught me.